Okay, everybody, welcome back. 10 Tampa Bay Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins here in the Weather Center. We just had a severe thunderstorm watch issued for the area, and that basically means we could see some strong thunderstorms this afternoon. That will be in effect until, what we're going to do, go through 9 o'clock tonight. So we are going to have it in the area for quite some time. It includes all of the counties here that we cover over in the Central Florida area here, West Central Florida. And in fact extends down through Sarasota County, of course, and all the way over towards the East Coast. The East Coast over towards Melbourne could actually get a couple of stronger storms as we get going into the afternoon hours. Here's a look at the line right now. You can see it's moving up through Levy and Citrus County. Pretty good thunderstorms, no severe weather at this particular time. Winds, severe thunderstorm winds is generally closer to about 55 to 60 mile per hour winds, right? That's what qualifies it. Will likely, we could get in that range, the reason for the watch. Most of it, I think, will be 45 to 50 on the higher side, which is just below severe weather criteria. But if you look at the cell that's coming in right now from Crystal River northward, all the way up towards English there, that's a pretty good little cell. Good news is I don't see any rotation in that particular cell at this particular time, so we're watching that. And in fact, if I come back out and show you this whole line, I don't see a lot of rotation out there. That is really good news. That means basically we're just looking at stronger thunderstorms around the area. So I'm going to put this in motion for you again. One good thing we got going for us is all of this out here. You see all this light rain that's getting to the coast? That will cool the atmosphere. That will should stabilize the atmosphere. Not destabilize, but it will stabilize the atmosphere. And so as this rain runs in over the land here, there's some friction here that we'll have to watch. But I think these storms are going to weaken just a little bit. Forecast models suggesting they do weaken. I think they'll hold together enough that we'll be watching for some storms. But I do think they'll weaken a little bit as that rain-cooled air starts to fill in here just in front of those storms. So that's where we're at right now. Again, that watch is in effect until 9 p.m. this evening. The watch means conditions are favorable to get severe thunderstorms. And again, that's larger hail, an inch in diameter, or winds upwards of about 58 to 60 miles per hour. It's starting from there and going up. Not seeing anything at this particular point like that. You can see the line offshore has been throwing a lot of clouds our way as well too. All of this out here, and that helps to keep the temps down out here. So more heat equals more energy, right? More lift in the atmosphere. So if this line was running into a really warm sector here, we'd be even more concerned. But again, it's coming down. I mean, temps are in the 80s, so it is warm, it is muggy, it is breezy. That's a pretty solid line that you see there. But I think we're just going to be dealing with more rain than anything else, and a good line of thunderstorms with some heavier rainfall. This is the forecast model, the Triple R, and you can see this is about 2 o'clock. So it already has the bulk online, onshore up here in Hernando and Citrus counties, with the line getting to Hudson. That's about 2 o'clock or so. And then we run it out to about 5 o'clock. And the model hasn't done a very good job handling this, but look at this. It really tears down the rain. Just a little bit of rain left over for the Tampa area. Keeps the storms offshore. This looks likely. This is what we tend to see a lot. It weakens as it comes onshore. We get this sector here that actually stays strong. It'll kind of sink southward like this. And we've been seeing that happen. Watch what's happening right now. Let me move this over here for you. And you'll see this right here? This is kind of moving in this direction, and we always tend to see that. It's forming out here. Look at that. You can see that shield of clouds move out over it. This will likely sink to the south-southeast and stay strong, but out in here. And then this line will actually weaken a little bit. That's what this model is telling us. This is out through about 5 o'clock. Then we'll go out 8 o'clock tonight. Sarasota, yeah, still some rain. It's just going to take longer, right? We're talking 6, 7, 8 o'clock before most of it gets in that area. And then things will be tapering off as we go 9, 10, 11 o'clock through this evening. The best chance for any kind of strong storms is going to be this evening, this afternoon, through about 5 to 6 o'clock. That's the best timing for any of that. Now look, we've got a couple different air masses here. It's 81 in Tampa, 67 in Jacksonville, 57 in Nashville, 26 in Wichita. We're going to get rid of this real warm air really not until Saturday, to be honest with you. And then we're going to tap into some of this cooler air as we get into, in fact, really some kind of cold air by Saturday night into Sunday. And we talked about that a little bit earlier today. Here's the forecast planner. So for the next 12 hours, we're basically talking about scattered showers and storms moving onshore. Now this is specifically for Tampa. those rain chances should be a little bit higher, especially that 4 or 5 p.m. time frame, about 50 to 60% or so. I do think we'll get some decent rain. But this 20% you see tonight, that's pretty much what I expect, right? There's not going to be a whole lot of rain overnight, but we'll have some sprinkles, especially south of I-4. So that's where we stand right now. Once again, we have a severe thunderstorm watch for the entire area until 9 p.m. This will likely get cut back, probably as early as 3 or 4 o'clock for Hernando and Citrus County once the stronger line of storms gets in this kind of vicinity right in here. Once that strong line comes through, they'll cut it back a little bit, and they'll continue to do that as we go through the evening hours. So having this thing in effect till 9 o'clock for the Tampa area, probably not going to last that long. Again, the main time frames between now and about 6 o'clock, 2 to about 6 o'clock or so. We've got the radar streaming online as well, too, on our Facebook page and on the app. So if you want to get our 10 weather app, or the 10 Tampa Bay app, really, it's got all the weather built right into it. And don't forget, when you do that, it's got the radar, but it also has future radar, which is really handy because it'll tell you where you are on the map. You hit future radar and you hit play, and then it'll extract the line where it is now out in time. I think it's about 6 hours or so. So it kind of gives you an idea of where that rain's going to be at that particular time. All right, so far so good. Not a major issue here. We're going to do the same thing Saturday morning. Saturday morning could actually see a couple stronger storms than what we're going to see out there for today. In fact, here we go. Let me load this for you. This is from the Storm Prediction Center, and this is what they're thinking is going to happen today. You can see we're in the green here, Tampa northward. That's only a 1 out of a 5. The model I just showed you did flare up some of those storms as it gets over towards Orlando and towards Melbourne and the Cape. So they have a slightly better chance of seeing some strong storms out there for today. Now tomorrow, this moves northward. And I think we actually stay dry more than anything else. Citrus, we could see a thunderstorm or two, but most of the Tampa area won't see too much in the way of rain. Then on Saturday morning, it comes back to the south. This is following when things will clear through, and that's when you see we get into this yellow shading here. That's a slight risk, a 2 out of 5, and that's not going to last all day. But 8 a.m. through about noon, we're going to have a good line of showers and thunderstorms coming through the area. Probably last about an hour in any one location, and that would be the time that we could see some strong storms. So right now we're thinking just basically straight line winds because of the wind profile, but we still can't rule out an isolated tornado. But the main threat would be like 55, 65 mile per hour winds, some of the higher numbers. So we'll keep an eye on it for you. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to leave this radar up here for you just so you can kind of get a look at it. And then if anything pops up, of course, we will be right here in the Weather Center for you. I'm here now with meteorologist Tyler Moore. Natalie's on her way in as well, too, so we will have you covered right here on 10 Tampa Bay. Okay, guys, that's a look at the radar. I'm checking for some questions. If you have any on here, I'm going to go ahead and let you go this afternoon. Again, we'll come back on here live if we need to, and of course, we're always on 10 Tampa Bay. If we do get a warning, we'll break into programming there, especially if it's a tornado warning. But I'm not going to jinx myself. I think we're going to be pretty good through this afternoon with these, but we'll be here in the Weather Center and keep an eye on it.